Hey there, it's Boots Owen here. This is a Hotpoint Aquarius WMA50 washing machine. I've taken the top off so I can see if it makes any noises or anything like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, although I did find it somewhere, so I suspect there might be a reason that it was left out. There's the top. I've just taken it off temporarily to see. The door hangs down a bit, so you've got to kind of lift it up to get it to shut. That's that done. It's got a couple of scrapes on it. The side is a pretty interesting bash in it. I didn't do that. I'm not really sure how it came to be that way. It's quite wobbly inside if you wobble it. It does seem to work though when you light it up. So off is off. Turn it to C. In this case I'm going to do a 60-degree colour fast cotton wash. I've got a bit of white laundry in there. I've only got a cold attached on the fill at the moment. Just got it attached to a garden tap outside, and I've got the waste here which I think I'll need to prop up. Actually I might not, because it's up high enough there. It might siphon itself off. We'll see if it starts. I'll have to hold it up otherwise. Button on for wash. Anything. Door locked. Pumps come on. Cold fill's coming on there, which is ideal. You can see water flashing in over here. Well, it does seem to be doing something there. There's not enough water in it yet. We'll have to take on a bit more, I guess. This machine's quite a funny one because I don't really like Hotpoints. I don't like these English machines. Why is that not closing? See, little things like that. There's some reason for that, I'm sure, but what it is, I don't know. There doesn't appear to be anything stuck in there. Oh, there it is. Okay, mystery. It's a pretty dirty piece of linen, that. Just old rags. Got a dribble coming here, but that's probably for me just opening it. I don't like these machines. They're not as sleek as kind of square and well built, I would say, as some other machines like Miele's and Bosch's, and even some of the newer ones that come from Turkey and Spain and places. It does have a splittable tub, which is a thumbs up. Those connectors there are live, so I have to be careful not to touch them. It's a continental belt, you just see there. Hot and cold fill, which is something I like. I like a hot and cold fill. It doesn't have a pump, it doesn't have a drain plug, if I recall. I'm not too big a fan of that. This one's got a dint over here. It scrapes all along the side, so it was obviously pulled out on its side, and I'd say that's why it got bashed. It was probably just dropped on its side whenever it was removed from wherever it was. It might have dud bearings. I didn't check the bearings on it. That side's better, so I presume what I say is true, that it was pulled along on one side only. You can see it's a bash over here, and over here. It's clean enough other than that. WMA50, I don't know what year those would be. Let's have a look up here for codes. 2003, that's a pretty clear code there. September the 1st, 6:15 in the evening. That's probably when the plastic was made, but that wouldn't be far off from when the machine was made, 2003, 2004. A little bit more water coming in there. The reason that's dirty was because it was used to mop up spills in the garage when I was testing another washing machine. I think I was doing something with the Dyson and turned it on and it pumped itself out all over the floor. That's how it goes. No word on bearings yet, it seems okay. This will be a 60-degree wash, so I'm guessing it's going to be up on 2 hours long. I'm not going to video it the whole time, but I'll just do it as it comes on and off. The pump hasn't, or the waste hose hasn't siphoned off yet, so it'll just drain off, shoot a little fountain perhaps, into this drain here. What's funny about these things is people put them out on the street to be taken away. You see it's got some rubber or something there where it was dragged along something. Don't know what that is, that might clean off. people put them out to be taken away because they're out of style. Like this is a grey one, and if you've got a white kitchen or whatever, then you're going to throw it out. That's how things work in England at the moment. And it boggles the mind really, because I'm not too fussy, but the issue I have is that I can't keep everything. I've got 5 washing machines, 4 working and 1 for spares in the cellar. Actually 5 working because I've got a top loader, so 6. 5 working and 1 for spares in the cellar. And then, you know, that's kind of enough for one family. It's not really a situation where you might need more than that, I don't think. Glass still feels pretty cold. So what are you meant to do with it? Like, I've tried selling machines in the past, and I've sold some. If they're spotlessly clean on the outside, it really doesn't matter how they work, because people don't care about that. I wouldn't sell one that wasn't working properly and that hadn't tested. But it's a second-hand device, so you never really know if it's going to, like, what I say to people if I am selling something is, I guarantee that it will break at some point in the future, because it's used. And like, if this one, 2003, what does that make it, 17 years old? Nobody out there, apart from people like me and possibly like you, nobody wants a second-hand 17-year-old washing machine that they know will break. People want, you know, fancier models. They want Wi-Fi. They want 1600 spins rather than 1000 spins. They want more combinations of things, and it's a shame because, well, that looks like it's popped off the front there as well. You see that little toggle there? That looks like it's damaged there as well. You know, it doesn't affect the operation, but it doesn't look right. Now, I just, yeah, like, I find the whole thing quite bizarre that in this day and age, stuff that works fine can just be discarded. But that's how it is, you know. It's a funny old world like that. I'd like to feel this heating up a little bit, but I don't yet. It should do for an unbalanced load as well, because it is a single sheet and it's a bit, you know, it won't, well, it might balance out, but it might not. You can see it bouncing around there. Yeah, so this whole thing about throwing stuff out, it just boggles the mind really. Ooh, I heard a spark. Did you hear that? Snap. What would that have been? It sounded like it came from inside the machine, like an arc. It could have been an arc. I don't know if I said already, I've left this machine out in the rain in the garden for a month, and it's had some really heavy rain. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was, you know, some condensation inside in the machine, some moisture. Wouldn't be surprised at all if it did arc on the circuit board or that. Oh look, that's an interesting feature. I've not noticed that before. It has an exclamation mark for stop and change program, so you can turn it to that and it will just cancel the cycle, which is pretty good, I guess. The glass is still cold. Yeah, it's weird. Like, I don't like these machines, but I kind of like how plain they are. The fact that, you know, it's a big square block and it's, you know, ever so slightly molded so that it doesn't hit the soap drawer, but it's not as, you know, smooth or chic as any of the more modern ones. And I guess it doesn't need to be, because it's inside in the washing machine. They have this, you know, bizarre curve, which, as far as I'm concerned, this machine only reminds me of the toy cast-on Hotpoint washing machine. Like, it's such a chintzy little thin plastic door. There's just no weight in it at all, and that's fine, you know. I guess it does what it's supposed to do, but it just looks crap. And looks one thing, it feels crap when you're using it as well. I'd like to feel that getting warm. And the question is, what am I going to do with this machine if I'm not going to sell it? I'd give it away if somebody wanted it, but they'd have to be in the north of England, and quite frankly I don't really want to do that, because there's a lot of hassle involved giving something away, because, you know, people think they're getting something that's working and if it doesn't work and blah blah blah. So normally what I do with these machines is I'll just hot wire them, throw a brick in them. Or I could do a Will It Wash series, I could do that as well. if you think that's a good idea, tell me what you want to see washed. I've washed saucepans, I've washed gravel, I've washed bricks a few times. There's very little, you know, that's different to that, but you know, let me know. I can do whatever you want. There might be some interesting washes actually, like putting a gallon of bleach in it, seeing what happens. Oh, it's a bit of a waste of bleach if you ask me. Like 10 bars of soap or a load of Lego or some other thing like that. I could do any of those things. Just seems a bit pointless. See if you could choke it with sawdust. Try that. Put in like a big shovel full of sawdust. Let it wash that. Probably just choke the pump. You know, and then where are you? Loads of tissues, I guess the same thing would happen. I guess if whatever it is bigger than the pores on the steel drum, it won't clog the pump, and if it's smaller, it will. It's kind of how these things work. I don't feel any heat in that, so it could be a broken element. Although it should, like, it's only been on 10 minutes, it should be hunting to try and get the, you know, to get the heat up. We did hear that spark, but it should abort the mission, I guess, if it doesn't reach 60. It'll give me some kind of an error code, whereas for now it's just working fine. What I find interesting about these little buttons here is I didn't press any of them. They come on red. The rinse hold ones are kind of a clear colour, whereas all the other ones are dark, so I wonder, put my hand over it doesn't make any difference there. I wonder what's going on with that. I'll leave it and come back in a bit. Stay tuned. So I heard a big snap there, like something blowing, like a pop. The glass is still cold. I believe the electricity's gone off because the lights have all ended. So go in and check the power and see if that's happened. If it's tripped a switch or something. So it tripped the miniature circuit breaker in the house, which is like a current overload, I guess. Too much electricity going through it. Let's try turning it back on again and see if it pops it again. Oh, it's come on again. Okay. Wonder will it pop again. Oh, it's off again. Strange. Motor works. I'd say it's the element is wrong, or else one of the relays driving the element is a wrong one. I'll try and watch it because it should just kick in again if it's going to. It made a noise that would make me think something has burned across or arced and gone black. An electrical short, that kind of a shape. Maybe not. Still cold. Let's try and have a look and see. All the relays appear to be on the back of the board there. All the relays appear to be there. Not further down. Can't see if anything's particularly black. Shouldn't be too hard to take that off. It's going to keep tripping the miniature circuit breaker though. That's a bit of a pain. That could be why it was thrown out. Could have been because, or it could have tripped because I left it out in the weather for a month. Let's leave it going again. It sounds like it's taken on more water. It is. Still in the wash. Hasn't done a drain yet. So unless it's getting to the end, it's still stone cold if I recall, yeah. So I'm guessing on a 60 the element's knackered. It's filled up quite well with water there. It hasn't aborted because it couldn't get hot. Which I guess is better, but it means you're just going to do a cold wash. I don't know if the pump's broken. I'm guessing it's not. I'm guessing it's just doing a bit of a rinse before it rinses. Pre-rinse, maybe? Something fishy with this drawer. I've got to do it right. This is catching. It's stuck. Pull it over and up. Fits. Very strange. I'll come back to it when it pumps out, or if it pumps out. It's still washing, it's still in the wash cycle. It's not hot by any means, but as cold as it was, it's taken on more water. There's my knees. I'm trying to hear if I can, trying to see if I can hear that element boiling a bit, but I can't. Still hasn't drained off at all. I wonder why it did like a kind of low volume agitate first. And then it's got, like, this is the amount of water I would expect to see in a wash up to the door seal, whereas before it was just kind of tumbling a damp cloth around. Maybe it is broken, I don't know. But if you can plainly see a problem with this machine that I can't see, because I am most certainly no expert on repairing machines, let me know. So I reckon it's been over an hour now, but it is getting hot to the touch, so maybe it's working. I don't know what's going on, but you can surmise as well as I can. It's not, I wouldn't say it's at 60 yet, I'd say that's up on 30, 40, well probably 40, 45 maybe at the moment. Just using my calibrated fingers. We'll see what happens. It's pausing more between agitations now, probably to let the water temperature boil and then agitate and then boil and then agitate. Some bubbles in there even though I didn't put any soap in, which is strange. So I can't leave my hand on it now, which means I reckon it's getting up to 60, but it's taken bloody forever. Granted, it's outside, that can't help, and it's probably, what, 12 degrees today? Celsius that is, so it's got a way to go. I'm contemplating aborting it, but I don't really mind wasting the electricity for some reason. I don't know. It's washing away quite happily. The water's pretty grim, and that's just from wiping the floor with that cloth, which is kind of weird. Hasn't pumped out yet. Hoping it will soon, because I'm getting fed up with it. Just made that really loud banging noise again, but it's still working. Like a proper loud bang, like a firecracker or something. I can't see any smoke coming out of it. It's like a really bad arc. I don't see any smoke marks or anything in there. I find it all a bit strange, really. Wonder what it is. Still hasn't rinsed out. Come on. I turned my back and went away and I heard it doing it again. So I'm just going to stand here now and wait for it to do it a third time. There's another click. It's like something's arcing inside it. Oh, heard it that time. Whatever it is, like, it's not affected it. Hasn't hit on the fuse board. I don't know. It's still on. You heard that, right? It's a bloody loud bang. It's done that twice. Well, it's done about 4 times now in this wash. Something's not right at all. I wonder if that's a loose connection down at the element. It's just chugging away happily. Look at it dancing. Whatever that is, it can't be good for it. Like, it's obviously still working as well. It's kind of concerning that the fuse board hasn't tripped on that as well, you know? Whatever it tripped for the first time. Hasn't tripped again since. A little bit weird, a little bit worrying. Here's one spark. Heard that. Can't tell, I can't pinpoint it because it's just sound. You know, you can't see it sparking. Can't smell it either. Bloody hell, you heard that one. What is it? Is it the element exploding or something? What could it be? It's quite insane, that noise, you know? It's quite insane. It's really loud. Whoa, and that's blown at that time. The lights have gone off. Power's gone off. Right. Switch it off over here. Yeah, whatever that was too much for it. Trying to smell it. I can't smell anything arky sparky down there. I'll turn the power back on and go to a rinse and spin. So I've reset the trip switch. Should probably put this to exclamation mark. Turn it back on. I don't know what's going on there. It's just, no, okay. So that might have cleared it. Hopefully, rinse and spin is. Oh, okay. Door's still locked. It's woken up. Rinse and spin. Still doing it, whatever it's doing. Rinse and spin. Turn on to fast spin. Just let it off at fast spin and drain. I don't really care if it's clean or not. I'd like to see the end of this. Right, there's the pump on. Excellent. 60-degree water. Ooh, it's sparking and arcing away in there, whatever's going on. I don't think I could sell this machine in a million years. Whatever's wrong with it. Still pumping. It should go onto a spin now. It won't distribute that load because it's a big ball of one sheet. I wonder what that popping noise is. Let me know in the comments. I'm guessing I'm going to have to do a dissection of this fascia and see what's in there. I think all of the controls are in the fascia. I don't think there's a separate motor controller down below. So I should be able to just pop that off somehow. It might just be a matter of unscrewing it in there and then slipping it off somehow. What a loud owl noise though. I'll come back when it's spinning up to speed. Oh, maybe it'll do it now. It doesn't like it at all. It won't balance this load, I'd say. It might, but just pumping away, but there's nothing coming out. Don't know if it's quit already or what. I'll come back to it when it's spinning. I just like to hear the bearings is all. It's still just trying to balance the load, and I don't know that it will. It's still pumping, and it's just done another one of those massive sparks. Like, I call it a spark. It sounds like an arc. Trying to go faster and faster, as you can hear, but it's just giving up each time because it's too heavy or too unbalanced, I guess. So what I might do is do the same thing as I did before. Whoa! It's coming off the plug there. I saw it that time. That's amazing, that is. I've not seen that before. Pretty bloody dangerous, really. Twice in a couple of minutes. I should stand back a bit. The wash light's flashing now. In fact, I don't really want to find out. Just going to turn it off. I don't really want to find out. I certainly heard it and saw it that time. It's off. Let's just be extra sure, plug it out. There's no marks. It's really weird. Is that just loose? Is that all? Is that? That's all right. That's just the voltage or the suppressor. It shouldn't arc at the suppressor. Very weird. Like I saw the flash with my eye that time. I kind of heard it and saw it. Heard it and saw it. Weird. I don't know if I can be bothered doing any more with this. This is a bit of a nightmare. That door's locked. I have to wait for it to snap so that it unlocks. There it is. I heard it. It's still quite hot in there. Ooh, steamy. The bearings feel fine, so there's not much to check. I'll be putting up a video of bad bearings soon. It's a bit grey in there, but like it's not bad. It's not too bad. Unfortunately, whatever's wrong with this machine, I don't want to find out. I suspect, you know, that I have another one of those suppressors somewhere. It's a noise suppressor, I think is what it is. It stops interference. Maybe it's just a dud, like maybe it's just broken and needs a new one. It is 20 odd years, well, what, 15 years, 16, 17 years old, if I get my numbers right. Ugh. Funny, scary, don't know which. Okay, that's the Hotpoint WMA50. I would put this up there with one of those like death trap machines, because that's not cool. I don't like that at all. Little suppressor. There's only one option. Bypass the suppressor, bypass the control board and go straight to the motor. Brick in Hotpoint Aquarius WMA50 action. That'll come soon. What makes me work faster is if you keep asking me in the comments when it'll be ready. So if you just keep doing that, when will it be ready, when will it be ready, when will it be ready, when's the video coming, when are you going to smash the machine, that'll probably make me go faster. Okay? Any other comments about this, let me know below. Thanks for watching, see you later.